Well, according to a report, a former senior executive of the infamous VBS Mutual Bank has revealed that a branch manager was ordered to make a R3 million payment to fund the National Congress held by the South African Communist Party, the SACP, last year, allegedly in exchange for the party's silence on the bank's relationship with the controversial Gupta family. Well, the SACP has, however, denied the allegations. We are now joined in studio by SACP spokesperson, Mr. Alex Mashilo. A very good evening to you, sir. We thank you very much for your time. Firstly, we'd like to give you an opportunity to respond to that allegation that was made in the newspaper this morning.
We have responded to the allegation when we were contacted by the newspaper. We made it very clear that according to our finance department, which manages our national account, the SACP did not receive any cent from VBS or from Vele Investment. I want to reiterate this. Last night, following the publication of the headline by the City Press, we started a process of consultation with our lawyers because the headline itself made an allegation. So the process continued this morning after we have read the story. I can confirm to you that the leadership of the Communist Party is meeting tomorrow morning and we are considering taking legal action.
Now, this senior executive from VBS, allegedly, according to the report, has been conducting investigations into the fraud that has been taking place in the bank. And it says that this alleged money, this R3 million that was paid to the SACP was for the National Congress, which took place last year. Who paid for that Congress?
Let me say that political parties receive donations on an ongoing basis, and there has been a process of lawmaking in our country to regulate political party funding. The SACP called for that process. We exactly dismissed this sweeping fishing question to say who contributed to the finances of the Communist Party either last year or before, because when you make an allegation, it means that you have proof. Onus is on you to put forward the proof. We have said as the SACP, and I want to reiterate this, that should any incontrovertible evidence emerge in any scenario involving complicity by any one of our members, the party will not hesitate to take action, unlike those who are behind this allegation, who have called a press conference to defend one of theirs, who, according to the report of Advocate Terry Mutau, received 16 million rand, and it is in that report. The SACP does not work in that way.
So with regards to the allegation that has come forward, if this person does now come with proof, does that now mean that you need to go look back at as a party to your accounts manager to find out where this money would come from? Why would a senior executive of the VBS Bank make such a huge allegation without having a backing?
In the first place, no one from the SACP is working at VBS or Vele Investment. We have not been part of their shenanigans at VBS or Vele Investment. We would not know what they have done, which is why we issued a statement welcoming the report of Advocate Terry Mutau, agreeing with the recommendations that he has made. We don't know why this anonymous person will make the allegations. Let me point out to something that is very problematic. When the City Press contacted me on Friday and Saturday, saying that it is alleged that SACP leaders or officials exerted pressure on the bank, I said to them, this is how we work. You name those leaders, you name those officials, we will contact them so that they can give their side of the story and we will clarify you. I gave them an example that we did this after the report of Advocate Terry Mutau mentioned the name of an SACP leader. We contacted that person. As things stand, the allegation is not verifiable because the report does not only arise from an anonymous source, but it is about a named individual who we cannot contact and verify the story.
We do know that other political parties that have also been linked to it, such as the EFF as well as the ANC, have come forward saying that whatever ties that they have with VBS, they are willing to pay back the money. Case in point, specifically the ANC. Would that be the same case with
the EFF has never said that they are willing to pay back the money. Brian Shivambo, A brother of the deputy leader of the VBS.
In case point of the ANC,
yes.
they've said that they will be paying back all the money.
I'm responding to your question comprehensively, because you did not mention only the ANC. You mentioned also the EFF, and I'm taking that there, all right? The report of Advocate Terry Mutau explicitly or expressly says that the leader of EFF, the brother of the EFF deputy leader, received 16 million, which Advocate Mutau characterized as a gratuitous payment. The EFF convened a press conference. Instead of taking action, they rallied and defended that. Only the ANC has come forward, and the ANC made it very clear on the basis of its financial report that they did receive a donation and they are prepared to pay it back. We cannot do so while our books are telling us that we didn't receive a donation.
Well, after the report came out and some of those ANC members were in fact linked, there was a commission of inquiry that took place. Is the SACP going to be doing the same with regards to the information, or are you just going to be relying on the information that has been given to you by your accounts manager?
You see, we don't want chance takers. You make an allegation, you must prove it. If you give us incontrovertible evidence to back your allegation, we will make use of that to take decisive action. We don't know of any organization that has conducted an internal inquiry. We will not speak on behalf of any organization except ours in terms of our rules of procedure, our constitution, and our respect for the rule of democratic law.
Let's have a look at this possibly being a political ploy, because this has also been centered around the fact that it's said that this specific donation or payment was actually used to make sure that the SACP remains mum about revelations with regards to VBS and the Guptas having ties.
Which is nonsense. Let me tell you. If you follow political events, and particularly the Congress of the SACP that has been spoken about, you will know that the format of the program of that Congress was entirely against corporate capture of the state and certain authorities in our state. At that Congress, we received a report from the South African Council of Churches on the unburdening panel, right? Didn't we? The entire Congress went out on an onslaught against the Guptas and any other capturers of state authorities. If you read the declaration and the resolutions of that Congress, they are very clear. We have never at any stage stopped attacking corruption and corporate capture of our state. By the way, this commission that you referred to as the Zondo Commission was first called for by the Communist Party, and we are supporting it. We said it on the 7th of October that our political bureau has resolved that the party must head to the commission to testify, and we stand by that. We are going to be doing it without fear, favor, or prejudice.
Of course, now earlier you also mentioned that with regards to the saga and the allegations that have taken place, that you will be holding a meeting this week, if it's not tomorrow. Can you give us more details around what is going to constitute that meeting?
Firstly, our officials will be meeting in their ordinary weekly session. And as part of that, we have added to their agenda a report on the City Press story. They will be briefed about the outcome of legal consultation with the lawyers of the party. That process is headed by the head of the office of our secretariat. And then they will look at that, consider taking legal action on behalf of the party. And as we proceed, we will make announcement at an appropriate time. We want to bring to an end this tendency of people driving unproven allegations against others. You make an allegation, you must prove it. Failure to prove it, we must take action against you, and you must pay for the reputational damage of our organization or any of our leaders. You cannot just come and make a sweeping statement. SACP leaders made the following. Then we ask you, who are those, and you don't tell us. If you read the City Press story, it mentions SACP leaders, SACP officials, and no name is presented. We are going ahead to act against that. You cannot just defame our party and think that you will get away with murder.
Let's leave it there this evening. Of course, Alex Mashilo, spokesperson for the SACP.